sugar in my bowl.
My name is Gina Cecilia, and I'm a singer, songwriter, recording artist, and passionate home cook living in Nashville, Tennessee. Today I'm visiting the Interasian Market and Deli located at 2160 Nolensville Pike right here in Nashville, Tennessee. So let's head in and see what amazing ingredients we can find to make a delicious dish later on. The Interasian Market and Deli is an amazing grocery store that is family owned and operated and that offers some incredible products imported from Southeast Asia. And these are things that you're not going to normally find in your average supermarket. From amazing snacks to sauces, a full produce section, a full meat section, really cool kitchen items, and just really unique products. I think I could spend hours here walking up and down the aisles just looking at all of the unusual things that I don't normally see. And I got these for dessert, by the way. I can't wait to get them home and try them. So let's get going and see what delicious food we can make from the ingredients I got at the Interasian Market and Deli. All right, guys, I'm back in my kitchen in East Nashville, ready to get cooking. I just made a great trip to the Interasian Market and Deli on Nolensville Pike right here in Nashville, and I picked up some great ingredients. So while I was there, I got some ramen noodles, I got some miso paste, I got some shiitake mushrooms, I got some bok choy, and some other cool ingredients. So what I have decided to do is treat the ramen like spaghetti, and I'm going to make a ramen with miso bolognese and some roasted garlic bok choy on the side. So let's get started. I'll show you how to do it. This is going to be delicious. Here we go. So I started out by coating a saucepan with olive oil on medium-high heat and throwing in about a pound of ground beef and a pound of sausage. And I'm using this handy meat smasher that my sister got me that has definitely come in handy. So I'm browning the meat, and then after about 10 minutes, I'm going to remove it from the pan along with some of the juices, because we're going to start cooking some of the other ingredients that will build the sauce. About a cup of onion, a cup of celery, a few cloves of minced garlic, and also about a cup of thinly diced shiitake mushrooms that I got at the Asian market. And I'm just going to let these brown for about 15 minutes. I'm keeping it classy and using some box Cabernet to deglaze the pan. And I'm going to use my nifty tube of tomato paste, maybe about a quarter of a cup. This will thicken the sauce. And now I'm also going to put in the white miso that I got at the Asian market. White miso is sweet, but it's also a little bit salty, and it's just going to add to the depth of flavor. And I'll admit, this is an experiment for me. I've never done this before, so I will be the guinea pig and let you know how it turns out, but I think it's going to be good. After a few minutes, I'm also adding in one 12-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. And then we're going to add the ground beef and sausage back into the saucepan. And make sure you salt and pepper this dish as you go along. But you don't want to use too much salt on the meat because the sausage is already a bit salty as it is. And we also have the miso in there, which adds some salt. So you don't want to overdo it with this dish. And now we're just going to keep this on medium-low heat for about an hour to an hour and a half while we self-medicate. These are challenging times. It's acceptable. Why not? Stir the sauce every 10 to 15 minutes, and then we're going to get the bok choy ready. So I'm setting my oven to 400 degrees. I put the bok choy in a roasting pan with some olive oil, salt, pepper, whole cloves of garlic, and we'll pop it in the oven. Easy as that. The water boiling for the ramen noodles. We have the bok choy in the oven. Everything's coming together really well. So I'm just going to get the ramen in, and then we're going to finish up the meal. And this is the fun part where you get to watch it all come together beautifully. Just stir it all together, and it smells so good. And how beautiful and delicious does this look?
After about 30 minutes, I took the bok choy out of the oven, and it is so good. And to stick with our theme, instead of Italian parsley on top of the bolognese, I put some chopped green onion. It's so delicious.
And there you have it. I am so pleased with how this came out. I love the texture of the ramen. It works so well with the meat sauce, the sausage, and the ground beef, and the flavor and the sweetness of the white miso definitely comes through. But the saltiness is definitely balanced out by the crushed tomatoes. I love it. The bok choy is tender, it's kind of meaty, it's so good, and the whole cloves of garlic got beautifully golden brown, and they're just these little pillows of deliciousness. And I highly recommend you try this recipe. So thank you so much for watching, and I'm Gina Cecilia. This is Gina Cooks Nashville. Don't forget to subscribe, support local businesses, and I hope you all stay well during this time. And bon appetit. See you soon.